Welcome to All Sex Talk, your channel for alternative sexuality. I'm Master Taino, and today we are going to talk about what is a master or a mistress or a owner. But I'm going to focus in the term master. All these terms are referred to dominant individuals in a relationship, although some people who just practice BDSM use the title master or mistress, etc. First of all, the first thing, don't have anything to do with the historical slavery of Africans in the United States. That is the main problem that people has with the term master. Terms and words have different meanings depending on the context that you use it. Go to the dictionary and find out. I understand and I respect all the African Americans that the word is too charged for them and in many cases too painful. At the same time, there are plenty of African Americans, Black individuals in the United States that embrace the term master slave because they know what it means in our context. It is different. The way we use it is completely different. And the main difference is one word, consensual. Whatever we do using the terminology of mastery is consensual. So it doesn't have anything, absolutely anything to do with the African American slavery. So let's go about exactly what is a master in our community from my standpoint. This is my point of view. Whoever disagree, it's okay. Okay, we can disagree on that. My definition is a master is a very special, unique human being who craves to take responsibility for the well-being, growth, and development of his slaves. The most important thing with this is, first of all, when I say special, unique, this is not for everyone. I believe you have to have a calling. This is something that some of us has that calling. That's part of who we are. The same as our sexual orientation is part of who we are. And when I say who craves is, it comes from the heart. Same concept is who we are. So it's a need that we have. And in my journey, that's exactly where I was when already practicing BDSM and being a dominant, being a top. One day I realized there was something missing. I needed something more. And obviously, the universe put the dynamic of master slave on my path. And that's what I was looking for. Take responsibility. That's a key word. Master is not about sex. It's not about BDSM. It's about our willingness to take responsibility for another human being. And what I mean, we have another human being who is our slave, and it's just a sex object or somebody inferior to us. No, that's not what we're talking about. Our responsibility goes for the well-being, the growth, and the development of those slaves. So we have a big responsibility. And if you're not willing to take that responsibility, you're not going to become a master. You are not a master. This is not what it is. If all you're looking is for sex at demand or BDSM, that is being a kinky top. That's not being a master, okay? For master, you have to crave to take responsibility. I sometimes compare that responsibility. There's some things I don't do in BDSM because I don't want that responsibility, but I don't have any problem taking responsibility for the full human being in all aspects of his life. So let's go through some misconceptions that we have, or that many people has. First of all, that is abusive. Far from true. I have a whole video about the myth of abuse in the relationship. Doesn't mean it cannot happen. Yes, we have abusive people in our dynamic as any other people in the world. Abuse is rampant in our world. So we have to care for that, but it's not what this is all about. A master is not an asshole. A master is not an egoistical person. It's not self-centered. It's not power crazy. It's not a predator. These are kind of things that people think that being a master involves. Let me tell you what is a reality. Again, from my standpoint, this is the way I live my mastery. Mastery is similar to being a daddy, to being a teacher, to being a mentor, to being a coach, to being an advisor, to be a father figure, a protector, and even a lover. We could do all those things. That is part of our job when we are in a relationship with a human being. So that is important that we see our dynamic from that point of view. And when I say a lover, is that many people in master-slave relationship are also romantically in love. I strongly believe that the least a master should love a slave as a master, and the slave should love the master as a slave. It's a different way of loving. Not necessarily has to be romantic. Um, and as I have in another video, Dominant and Caring, that's my philosophy. Being dominant doesn't mean you cannot care. And for me, being a very caring person as part of who I am, I cannot drop that in order to be dominant. It has to go together. One last comment I would like to do regarding this ceremony that many people in the master slave community has, which is called the cover ceremony. First of all, this doesn't have anything to do with anything old guard. Yes, there is some people that apparently did this years ago, and now in the, would say, the new master slave dynamic in the last 20 years, it has flourished. A lot of people are taking on this thing and making our tradition. Um, but and that is important. I see that as a recognition of the community of somebody who has learned and behaved and earned that title. But I want to clarify: having a cover, having given a cover, doesn't mean that automatically that day you become a master. No, that is just a recognition. Your journey continues. You have to prove yourself every single day that you earn that title or that you can use that title and people will respect with you. The only way people will respect you as a master is the way you conduct yourself, is the way you are for your slave and for the community, a master, a daddy, a teacher, a mentor, a coach. You do all those things for our slave. So get that idea in your head because this is what this is all about. Nothing about all those misconceptions. I hope I clarify some of them. So guys, subscribe if you have not done so. My information is now in the description. And I will see you next week.